Getting laid off was obviously not in my cards for 2025 or any time in the near future. I have 3 kids. I don't know what the future looks like for us.
The layoffs are still here in 2025, and not just layoffs, but just the job market in general. Have you tried finding a job lately? If either it's a second job or a full-time job, are you looking for a job currently? I'd love to know your thoughts about the current job market down below in the comment section, but here in 2025, it is brutal. I am thankfully not looking for work anymore, though I might in the future. You never know. I might need to. But as of right now, I am self-employed, and honestly, I am loving the fact that I'm not beholden to trying to find a job right now. I'm in a good financial situation for now that I'm grateful for, but I know things can change on a dime, so I'm just happy where I'm at right now, but it is pretty daunting for some people out there, including this first individual.
I don't understand companies nowadays. You say that you need people and you're hiring people, but yet you don't hire people or give people the opportunity to even explain gaps in their work history or anything like that. You just assume, oh, well, she's had 2 years off and just now is wanting to work. I want to work. I'm trying to find me a job, but yet I'm not getting that opportunity to even get a call back, no interview, no nothing. So therefore, I don't want to hear or see anything about a job saying, oh, I can't hire reliable people. Okay, well, I'm very reliable. I want to work. I'm trying to work, but yet you're not giving me an opportunity. Walmart, Sam's Club, Target, Lowe's, Home Depot, not to mention the construction industry, companies I used to work for. Come on, this world's going to an end.
It's definitely a time where you can't really be that picky. Like if you're really desperate for work, any place will do, right? If you are trying to get into a certain job industry, a certain, career path, that's gonna be a little different story. But it's tough for even people to find regular jobs, even at places like McDonald's. So that's kind of scary in 2025. The fact that you can't even get callbacks at fast food restaurants, and that's happened before as well. And here's another person who was laid off recently and they just did not see it coming.
So here we are, day 9 into 2025, and I got laid off today. So getting laid off was obviously not in my cards for 2025 or any time in the near future. I've been with my company for almost 6 years. It would have been 6 years in March. So to say that I'm heartbroken is such an understatement. I have 3 kids. I don't know what the future looks like for us. I've never been laid off before, so this is really, really hard for me. I'm not a crier. But I've always left a job on my own terms, and I actually left my last job to start up, get the company that I worked with recently, off the ground and running. They were already, pretty established, but we were really, really, really small when we started. And, just over the years we grew, and, they became really successful. So I'm happy for their success, but I'm just at a loss for words. I just don't know where to go from here. I don't know how to, cope with, the grief. I have to drop my laptop off by Monday. And I'm just trusting God that, He's going to see my husband and I through this. And I know He's faithful to provide. And I know another opportunity is going to come. It's just really hard for me. And yeah, I don't know. Just pray for us, pray for my family, pray for my kids, and also pray for all the other employees that are going to be affected by this.
It's so sad that she has children too, 3 kids, and she got laid off, and you could hear one of them kind of crying in the video as well, so that means that they're probably under the age of 2 or 3. Very sad to see layoffs like this happening in 2025. It just feels heartless, just gutless to do this type of stuff. And obviously companies, sometimes they have to be cold-hearted and they just, have to cut the dead weight, so to speak. And if they feel like someone isn't performing to the standards that they have set at the company, they just let them go. It's just something that's been happening a lot in the last few years and feels like it's happening at a faster rate in 2025.
Can somebody tell me why it is so hard to find a job? I've had many interviews. There was a few that I really wanted so bad, and I feel like it's even much worse than heartbreak when you don't get the job that you really, really want. And then I've interviewed for others, and it sounds great. I mean, great companies and everything, but just the pay isn't there, and it is so freaking hard. I don't want to, settle for less. Not that it's settling, because like I mentioned, they're great jobs, and the companies that I apply for, I do my research and make sure it's a good company. It's everything, kind of aligns with what I want, but it's just the freaking pay that is not there, and it's tough. Hopefully though, with the new year just starting, everybody's budget reset and they will be hiring for more things at other places. I'm hoping for the one that I applied for that I didn't get. I know they just bought out a bank, and they recently bought out another bank near me, so hopefully they'll be hiring soon and it'll be even closer. But just keeping my hopes up, and hopefully I can find something. I would rather find something remote, but remote, I haven't found anything that pays me as much as I need to be paid. Not that I want to, but need to. But yeah, man, it's tough out here.
See, that is another thing that I was just addressing. You can't be that picky. You can't be that picky when you have children. I thought I heard a kid crying as well in that video in the background. And I understand, you definitely do, like, you want to be able to get paid enough. But, sometimes people are balancing 2 or 3 jobs. I'm not saying that that's what everyone should do, but there comes a certain point in your life where you have to take responsibility and say, you know what, if I really want a job, I'll suck it up and then go for a place that has low pay and try to negotiate wages that are higher with raises in the future, get promotions, and try to grind it out that way. You're not always going to find the dream job out there, and if you're looking for a dream job, I always say it's better to try to work for yourself if you can. But regardless, it's brutal out there in 2025, and one of the reasons why it's hard to find a job is reasons like this. Robot waiters here. Robot waiters. Now, there's a lot of robo sushi places as well, but eventually you're going to get robo waiters that just kind of get the basic order, and then do you tip the robo waiter though? That's something I'm trying to figure out. Do you tip the robo waiter? Because that would be really awkward, because it would just go straight to the owner, right? So then the owner of the establishment is just getting tips, because why does a robot need tips? I don't know. Maybe robots, once they become sentient, they'll be like, hey, what? Did you not like the service? Why didn't you give me any shit coins? And you know what's crazy? It's hard to actually find jobs due to the fact that you're competing with lots of other people, and they have AI that will literally scan resumes now and just find the keywords that they want, and then those will go to the next process, and they'll actually get a call for an interview. But honestly, networking used to be a thing. Back in the day, you look someone in the eye, you knock on doors, get jobs that way. Now that is a thing of the past, but it's still good to build relationships. And it's really, especially after 2020 and the pandemic, there's a lot less relationship building. I think we need to get back to that in 2025 if we want our job market to flourish and also for people to do well.
I have absolutely no idea how people that don't have a network find jobs nowadays. I've applied for jobs online before, like when I was working during the summer and things like that, and it's next to impossible to find a job online. Yesterday I went to a car show to say hi to a couple of my friends and also say hi to a couple clients. And while I was there, I saw one of my clients and we started talking, and he started asking me like, hey, are you graduated college yet? What's your plan? Blah, blah, blah. And he says, look, before you make any decisions, I want to have a conversation with you. I want to hire you. I've been looking at you for the past 3 years ever since we met each other, and I think you'd be a great part of our team. And the best part is, he told me I can literally do whatever I want in terms of a job. And so that goes to show, it's like, if you have a network, you'll be fine. But if you don't have a network, there's no chance that you're able to really get a job unless your credentials are through the freaking roof. And even still, there's an AI bot that'll go and check your resume, and you could just get denied before you even have the opportunity. We'll see what ends up happening for me.
Yeah, so I was just saying that an AI bot can literally go through and pick out the keywords, and that's why people use ChatGPT now to just try to get an interview, because they know that they can kind of cram all of those words in there that are going to get you to the next interview, to the next process, and the next stage of maybe getting a job. So networking is a huge factor, and honestly, it is getting harder and harder to network in a digital age where everything is done online now. There's not a lot of meeting in person. In fact, even interviews now, a lot of the times are going to be on Zoom. You won't even be called into the office, and it just feels less personable. And obviously building relationships, seeing someone face to face, there's more of a bond and a connection there. There's more of a trust. And really, what's the point? If you're just seeing someone behind a screen, there's not a lot of familiarity there, and there's not a lot of trust. You don't know who this person is, and it's hard for them to really make an impression unless they're like an A+ interview. But that's not always going to be the case. So anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts about this topic down below in the comment section. We are still in a crazy job market. The layoffs are here, and it's very difficult to find a job. Anyways, hope you enjoyed, I guess. It wouldn't be the right word, but I hope you learned something. There you go. I hope you learned something today, and leave those thoughts down below in the comment section, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.